Welcome all to the BJ Show contact information with all what you hear today's episode of what you're going to receive of what's going to happen in today's episode. So let's get straight into it. Before we do that, on your screen, give a big thumbs like up and as well as subscribe down below. All the links subscribe of description of where you can get contact of the BJ Show will be down below. But keep your eye out or we will remind you all during today's episode. When did the BJ Show started? So when did we start it? How did we all know the BJ Show did live streams? Now it's not a big thing anymore. Would you like this? Would you like a live stream for the BJ Show again? Well, I'm more than happy to do that. More than happy to do live streams on the BJ Show Facebook page and Instagram. Do you want more regulars like that? Happy to get in and do that as well. Started on YouTube back in 2018 as well, Facebook 2017 on your screen. You can obviously see that. So, but you want more. Would you like more videos? So soon like this and subscribe down below. But I will all behind the scenes will get straight into it because it's a lot of it takes a lot of time to prepare all of this. So I'll do my best to get it in and start doing more YouTube stuff. So what's included on the BJ Show? So like I mentioned in the intro, and I'm going to say this so many times, so where can you find the BJ Show podcast? So we started a Facebook podcast. You can get this all on your screen very soon with the QR code information. So when did we start it? It's well on a podcast. I didn't mention, I didn't put that in the slide before, but we started September 2017 for the Facebook page, and we also now started the podcast September 2023. So it's a massive gap. So why do I want to do a podcast? There's a lot of information out today, and I was actually, and I may mention this a couple of times, back in January this year, I was actually invited to go to California Disneyland to go and do what they call PodFest. So PodFest is like a festival for all the famous podcasters out in the world, and I was very honoured to be invited. And I thank you to Post Insight Buzzsprout for your support to get my ticket, but unfortunately wasn't going to go ahead because of the situation that it was too far to travel and expenses to get to the US, and I feel not more secure. It's number one thing is knowing what I'm doing over there and where to find information. It's actually traveling to the US. It's a bit full on for me, so I decided to step aside with the Buzzsprout fan community because they've been very good. They've been very, it's very simplified to get the podcast episode all in one. Subscribe to watch the description about it and get it onto my podcast. So thank you, Buzzsprout, for your help with that. Find more about the YouTube. So podcast is also done YouTube. It's all around, and it's also my podcast episodes are on there. But this is all going to be videoized, so this is separate. So that's why subscribe down below. All my podcast episodes are on there, so make sure you do that. So all my social media such as Facebook as well, Instagram will share that very soon, as well as AFL Footy Tipping, which is a brand new, will continuously on, very popular, and a lot of friends of mine are very keen to get behind. So what's on the agenda? So there is an international agenda. We'll explain that very soon. So what this is just to do with the podcast at the moment. There will be a video about maybe once a week to do with this, maybe twice a week, maybe daily, don't know yet. So on your screen right now, it's Tuesday. So during the footy season, Even now, to the footy season begins, we'll be doing what they're called Aussie footy shows. So this is just a little bit of description what's going to be about. It's going to be AFL and SANFL season reviews and thoughts per game. So that's what's going to be every round per week. This is going to be all my podcast. This is podcast show. And down under the logo, sorry, the logo is right on your screen. Thursdays are going to be the Australian Sport Edition show every second week. It's for the international agenda. So I'll share more to do with the Australian Sport Edition show, which I'm host by that. Aidan Berry is the co-host as well, the host of the international agenda. It's the Thursday schedule. So there's 2 shows mainly, but it equals 3 shows. So what we do is the international agenda is really based on international sports, mainly over the US, such as college football, NBA, the Super Bowl 59, the NFL, all that. The Australian Sport Edition shows all to do with cricket, NBL, will be to do with the WNBL, which is the Women's League in the Australian League. Money meant much, much more. So I'm looking forward to showing you more to come. That was all to do with the latest episodes. Keep your way out because I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to share now the podcast details. So we've now reached 500 plus, but I would like to reach more. 84 episodes. You want to share more of this? I'm happy to come in and share the latest podcast results, stats. That will be on an episode once a month. So doesn't matter what day it is, it will be out. So keep your eye out for that. Mighty more to come on that. But you can find the BJ Show podcast in many ways. You can find the BJ Show podcast in so many ways, there's a Facebook page called the BJ Show podcast right on your screen. You can see. Subscribe all over to the arrow, the first QR code to Facebook. So how can you get to that Facebook page? There's actually 2 ways. Go onto your Facebook, search the BJ Show podcast, and it will have this logo. This is for all the logos I'll have on my Facebook, as well on my social media, as well Instagram, and when you go, you tap on a blue icon, and that blue icon will go straight directly to my Facebook page, to the BJ Show podcast. All this way. Now, I've got a hosting site called Buzzsprout. So this is the QR code will directly go towards that, or you can go on YouTube and Spotify are the main population. You can get all my podcast episodes, later episodes. We would like to have your support. The series, download the episodes. I would like to reach more. 750 downloads is the next goal, and then we'll hit that 1,000 downloads. So this is a really big journey. I really thank you all for your support. And I've got so many people do enjoy the show, and their feedback and all that really help towards improve the show and how much you can do. So, the BJ's on YouTube. Like I mentioned, how we started back in 2018, 2019 time, and we'll not know when. The date and month. It's a bit of an out of sort. So, we're currently on 39 subscribers. You want to hear more? There will be a best 22. It's actually a best 23 team, but 22 will be on plus sub series. Quizzes as well. So I know that there's so many good reviews about the quizzes. So, that's all from now for the YouTube. But if you like videos of YouTube, well, I'm more than happy to share you all with that. And much, much more to come on the YouTube content. Footy tipping, I mentioned in the intro about the AFL footy tipping. There's so many to contact me in that way. We'll find out that very soon. So you're keen to join? You want to be part of the fun? No problem. And more the merrier. There will be a link out, so keep your eye for that. If you're interested, please let me know, and I'll give you the details how to contact. There will be a link in the description if, and also most important, of your interest. So it will be on what they're called Australian Football League, will be under the AFL Footy Tipping. They'll be on their base of page, and that link to do with my page will be there. So keep eye for that. So how to contact the BJ Show? There's so many ways that actually seriously, if you don't have Facebook, not a problem. But we'll start with the email, the most basic, biggest contact. Yeah. So if you want to contact me about the Footy TV, there's your contact. If you do not have Facebook, try to understand. No Messenger private. If those friends of mine have Messenger, well, no problems with that. There's a way to contact me on Messenger, but this is the best way to contact the BJ Show podcast. Please contact me on this Facebook page because all the information, as well the Instagram _23, you can message me on the BJ Show about BJ Show stuff. And all that links will be down below to make sure it's all easy and access. But the podcast page will be QR code roller up in today's episode. So thank you so much for listening. So you want to hear more content like this? Will be more to do with the AFL pre-season, and coming into the AFL season. Then subscribe, like down below. Really much appreciated. More to come on the BJ Show. So like I mentioned, so thank you so much. Hope to hear you soon. The BJ Show is out. And I mentioned season with. Alright, thank you so much for listening in this episode today. BJ Show is now out.